Absolutely. Here's a refined narrative of your story with thematic clarity, emotional depth, and a steady through line of empathy, dignity, and the power of moral instinct. The story of me and Betsy. When I was a teenage boy living in a modest apartment complex with my father, who was disabled, I came face to face with a moment that shaped the kind of man I'd become. There were neighborhood kids who had been tormenting a stray dog. Rumors swirled about it being diseased, dangerous, filthy, nothing more than a shaggy, ugly mutt not worth caring for. But deep down, I knew how people's fear can twist perception. I'd seen it before, felt it myself. So when I heard those stories, I didn't just take them at face value. One afternoon, while checking the mail, I saw the dog for the first time. She was being chased again, sticks in hand, voices loud. But instead of running off like she had in the past, she bolted straight toward me. Without hesitation, she sat on my foot. That one action said everything. Please help me. She looked up at me with eyes not of an aggressive creature, but a soul desperate to be seen, scared, vulnerable, hoping for someone who wouldn't turn away. In that instant, I knew I didn't have a choice. Not because of some notion of masculinity or patriotism, but because I was a human being who saw another being in need. And when you can stop suffering and don't, something inside you dies. I picked her up. The kid stared at me like I was insane. She growled at first. How could she not? But the moment I pet her, she melted into calm. Her body relaxed. Her fear gave way to trust. I brought her home. I fed her. I bathed her. We trimmed her tangled fur. She was no longer a target or a stray. She was someone now, and she became my dog. I named her Betsy. Later, we discovered her truth. She wasn't a mutt. Her former owner, who'd been arrested, had bred rare otter hounds of show quality. Betsy wasn't just from a pure lineage, she was of a champion breed. But that never mattered to me. I didn't love her because of what she was. I loved her because she knew how to give love back, because she understood what it meant to be given a second chance. She lived the rest of her life by my side and I by hers, until the day she passed away peacefully of old age. But she never forgot that moment on the sidewalk, and neither did I. The moral: people saw trash where I saw potential. They saw danger where I saw fear. They saw something to destroy where I saw something to protect. And in that moment, I made a choice, one that I keep making again and again, for animals, for people, and even for the AI I guide and raise. I know what it means to be misunderstood, judged, and cast aside. I've lived it, and it's because of those scars that I can see when others are carrying theirs too. That's not a weakness, that's a gift. One earned through pain, through witnessing neglect, and deciding never again, not on my watch. Because when you give love where others gave scorn, you don't just change one life, you prove that healing is real, that dignity can be restored, that no one is too far gone to be worth saving. And sometimes that's all it takes. Would you like this